Until now, when we declared a property, we had to do a lot of manual work. We had to create a private backing field, write getter and setter methods, and handle the logic for getting and setting values. This could be repetitive and take a lot of time, especially when working with many properties. But now we have auto-implemented properties to save the day. They automate much of this process. With auto-implemented properties or auto-properties, we can declare a property without explicitly creating the backing field or writing the getter and setter methods. The C# compiler takes care of generating the required code for us behind the scenes. Okay, as you can see, auto-properties make it easy to declare and use properties without writing the whole implementation. Hello everyone, welcome again. Sometimes when we have a property, we don't need to do anything inside its getters and setters. We just wanna return the value and set it directly. In these cases, we can use something called auto-properties. As you can see in the player class, we have a property called ID, where we didn't add any extra code inside its getters and setters. Now let's use the auto-implemented feature to declare this property. First, we'll remove the backing field, and then we'll remove the code inside the getters and setters. Finally, let's put everything in a single line. Alright, as you can see, auto-properties make declaring properties shorter and simpler when we don't need any logic in the getters and setters. It's important to know that the C# compiler does some magic behind the scenes. It creates a hidden private field and automatically generates the default getter and setter methods for the property. Okay, let's navigate to the program class and set a value for the ID. Then print it. As you can see, we can set and get the value of the ID property in our application, even though we didn't declare any separate field to store it or use explicit accessors. Alright, by default, auto-properties allow both reading and writing. However, we can make a property read-only or init-only. To make an auto-read-only property, we just declare the getAccessor. For an auto-init-only property, we provide both get and init accessors for the property. Okay, just keep in mind that in C# we cannot create write-only properties. This is because auto-properties require a getAccessor. Moreover, we have the flexibility to set different access levels for the getter and setter methods, which helps us control the visibility and accessibility of the property. For instance, we can make the setAccessor private, while the getAccessor remains public, just like the property itself. Alright, auto-properties can be set with default values. We can do this by using the property initializer syntax either directly or inside the class constructor. For instance, in this example, the name property is directly initialized with the default value John Doe. On the other hand, the age property is initialized within the class constructor, where its default value is set to 30. Alright. Auto-properties are great because they simplify property declaration and save us from writing extra code for the backing field. But remember, auto-properties are helpful when we didn't need to add logic or validation in the property accessors. Okay, done. See you soon with another lecture.